This is my current hair oiling routine. Let's just get into it. These are my two babies, 100% Botana oil. I just got it off of Amazon, and then as well as GoLab Beauty, their scalp oil. Adore it. I do this probably once a week currently, maybe twice if I'm really feeling it, but usually I can muster the strength to do it once. Taking my Botana oil and I gently just go through kind of random sections in a line. Then going over my GoLab Beauty, also just kind of dragging this in a line, trying to separate where I put it, but I'm not too exact with it, to be honest. I also try to not put too much oil in your hair because I think that's also not that great for you. For this one, I usually put about 3 of these droppers all over my head, and that is plenty for your hair. I also have this little scalp massager, and sometimes I will go in, but I'm not trying to just move the hairs. I'm like really, I want you to see that my scalp is what I'm trying to really move and get that blood flow going, you know? Once I'm done massaging, I will either just leave my hair alone like this if I'm just like sitting out doing stuff around the house. But if I do have to go somewhere, I usually will just take a claw clip and gently put it up. That's another thing. Your hair is in a weakened state when it has oil on it or when it has water on it. Whenever it's fully not dry, it is in a weakened state. So you don't want to be tugging on your hair consistently when you have oil or water in it. So I usually just let mine sit because it doesn't bother me that much, but if it does bother you, a claw clip or a very, very loose braid or a ponytail, something like that, you want it out of your face, but you don't want it tugged. You don't want to do a slick back that everyone always tells you to do. It's most likely not good for your hair. Now onto the no BS portion of my whole spiel. I'm going to talk a lot right now. If you want to sit through it, great. If you do not, then keep moving on, but I guarantee there's some information here that's really important and you should know. Number 1, hair oiling is not going to make your hair grow like a weed. It's not going to make your hair grow like Rapunzel's. It's not going to give you butt-length hair in the span of a month, in the span of 2 days, in the span of a year. Any of those claims that you see from people saying that hair oiling changed their life and they have hair growing like crazy and it's never been growing like this before, I hate to break it to you, but there's more likely multiple factors that they're doing that's making their hair grow or making it seem like it's growing faster, or they're just plain and simple lying to you. Hair oiling treats the scalp. Happy scalp, technically in theory, happy hair. That is saying that you are treating the ends of your hair very nicely like you're treating your scalp. If you are bleaching, dyeing, using heat, always out in the sunshine, what else? Tension, ponytails, slick backs. All of these things are going to tear up the bottom of your hair over time with excess use. Obviously, you can do these things healthily, and it's not going to cause that much issue. But if you're doing it at excess, it is still going to ruin your hair. So if you have bleached hair, if you have heat damage, if you have any of these problems and you're like, hair oiling is going to fix all of it, I hate to break it to you, it's not going to fix it. Trying to fix the problem down here by treating it up here, and that's not exactly how it works. If you're treating up here, it is only going to affect the new growth that is coming in. So if you are worried about heat damage or bleaching or any of these other issues that you may be having, you have to stop doing those things or at least cut them back and then go to treatments that are specifically for split ends, breakage, bleaching, heat damage, all of those things. Otherwise, no matter what you are doing up here, it is not going to change anything down here if you are not being consistent as well as like treating your hair nicely. I'm trying to word this the right way and it's really hard. Anyone who's sitting here saying that it completely transformed their hair and they're talking about, this year versus last year, I guarantee you they are doing multiple things, not just promoting that scalp oil that they're trying to get you to buy. They most likely stopped using heat or cut it back. They stopped wearing slick backs or cut it back. They stopped doing ponytails. They decided to start doing hair masks. They decided to incorporate new things into their diet. There's probably a whole bunch of things that they are not filling you in on that also gave them that beautiful, luscious hair. Now, why do we actually use oil on our scalps? I'll tell you, and it's not for hair growth. It promotes happy new hair growth, not crazy hair growth. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not talking about length. I'm talking about the quality of your hair is getting better. That may in turn make it look like your hair is growing faster because your hair is not breaking off. It is not stretching. It is not breaking off. It's not having split ends that go all the way up. It is looking healthier and it's looking longer because the strands themselves that are growing in are actually stronger, happier, healthier. So they're going to last longer, making your hair look fuller and longer. But in reality, your hair is not growing any faster than it was before. I hope that makes sense. Oiling your scalp as well as doing massages can promote circulation, which is great for promoting happy, healthy hair. It can also moisturize at the scalp. Again, happy, healthy scalp, happy, healthy hair. But with anything that you are doing beauty-wise, consistency is key, as well as not doing things in excess. Oiling your scalp can be great, but trichologists and dermatologists have found that if you leave it in for too long, or if you're doing it too often, it can actually be worse for your hair than better. You can actually make your hair fall out from leaving hair oil too saturated or just for too long or too often in your hair. Don't sleep with it in your hair. Don't saran wrap it to your head. Don't apply heat while you have oil in your hair, and don't constantly tug on your hair and put it in a slick back. Those aren't good things for your hair. And this is just according to the facts. Lastly, I wanted to hop on real quick and just tell you, if you are looking for crazy hair growth, most likely you're not going to get it. You just need to be patient. There are only 2 ways to scientifically make your hair grow faster than it genetically naturally would. 1, finasteride, minoxidil, those kinds of active agents that a dermatologist or a trichologist may prescribe you. They're literally prescription grade, scientific based medicines. And then number 2, pregnancy. Pregnancy can make your hair grow. It can make your skin glow. It can make your body literally smell different. It's so many different things, but a lot of pregnant women will see amazing hair growth that they've never seen before. It will just grow like a weed. It really will. And that's just due to multiple things: hormones, nutrients, all these amazing things happening in your body when you're pregnant. But sadly, when pregnancy ends, a lot of those women, after they've had their child, the hair falls out. So it's not exactly like it's gonna last forever and ever and ever. It does stop, once your body's realized that it no longer has a baby. All that being said, I am saying this from a very, very loving place. I am just tired of seeing people on the internet get fooled. There are a lot of things that people can say on the internet that don't have to be substantiated by claims, like by actual scientific evidence. And trust me when I say that brands and people and products spend a lot of time perfecting exactly what it is that they can say to get you to buy the product without actually having to give you evidence that what they're saying is true. And there is sadly a lot of money in the industry to making you think these things. So as always, don't even just take my word for it half the time. Do your research, be a happy, healthy, conscious consumer as always. Never feel like somebody is making you buy a product. Just do your research. Try and do your research as much as possible, because if you're not doing your research, I'm sorry, but you can't come after somebody for making you buy a product. It's in your hands. It's your credit card. It's your information. It's your brain. You're in control of it. Use it wisely. And I hope that you guys learned something from this video. And once again, it's coming from a place of love. I just don't want you guys getting scammed or dedicating your life to like a certain hair product and being like, I didn't notice a single thing. What am I doing wrong? It's most likely they're not doing anything wrong. It's just that you didn't know the full story or you didn't know the facts behind it. And sadly, on this app, a lot of people don't want to take the time to tell you that, because it's not as quick and simple as being like, this hair product changed my life and it's going to change yours too. No one wants to listen to it. So if you did get this far, I am so glad that you did. And I'm glad that we had this little chatty conversation. I chat like this a lot on my YouTube channel, actually. I ramble a lot, but once again, the videos that I usually post on here are only like 2 to 3 minutes, because that's usually what people's attention spans can handle on this app. So, and that's nothing against anyone here. I do the same thing. I hop on TikTok, not to be yapped to, but just to laugh and scroll. So anyways, I love you guys so much, and I hope that this video was helpful. I'm going to shut up now, because otherwise this is going to be like a 15-minute video.